Hey George, are you there?
Yeah. I'm here.
What's good?
What's up? What's up? I tried to join and it just kept loading, like it wasn't working. So I just restarted the app and hope for
Okay.
the best. So it's working now.
We'll have to hit up the space Karen himself, Elon.
Yeah, he seems to be more worried about the Trump assassination attempt. That's all I've been seeing him talk about lately. Like he's not worried about why this app hasn't been working properly for like months. I don't know why. He's like more worried about other stuff.
Yeah, he's worried about trolling Taylor Swift.
Right? Yeah, it's like I can't get we can't get through to this guy. So
True. So what'd you think of tonight's episode?
um it was good. It was good. I think the long awaited um scene that we really wanted to see was we wanted to see Renee go crazy on Victoria and Chitty and basically the guy who worked as a butcher at
Mm,
the market. And we kind of saw it, and it was kind of interesting because Victoria's rebuttal was, don't you eat chickens? Like it was very interesting because, I have friends that are vegan and vegetarian. And, part of my old religion when I was younger, we weren't allowed to eat like meat or, we were basically vegetarian. So
mm,
she's a really strange person, right? Because she owns chickens that she considers to be her children when she actually has real children. But on top of that, she sells chickens, breeds chickens, and then sells their eggs, which are basically she takes their children from them and sells them so people can have eggs in the morning. So she's like a really hypocritical person. Like in my opinion, like her level of hypocrisy is like at an all-time high for me.
mm,
Like you either love the animal or you don't. Like so my favorite animal growing up was a giraffe, and I got to like when I got older, I would donate to like these funds to help like for sanctuaries and shit. And then I would actually get like invited out to like go ride giraffes and feed them and shit. The last thing I would ever do, I don't care how hungry I am, is eat a fucking giraffe. So like I can't relate to her because I was like I do love certain animals, like I do love animals, but the last thing I would ever do is eat an animal that I say I love. Like that's crazy.
Do you think when they went to buy the chicken or whatever to the butcher, do you think that was a brilliant producer move of like, hey, y'all should go get food and then
Oh yeah. This was planted because her backstory when she started the show, they made sure they filmed her with the chickens in the coop, the chickens in her house, the chicken was in her bed. So yeah,
mm,
this was strategically done. I'm pretty sure that they probably had chicken in their refrigerator already. They knew she was coming, but the
yeah.
producer was like, you know what would be cool if you guys go to the market and kill a chicken, like
Mm,
because that they knew right away that was gonna piss her off, and she made it pretty clear in her opening package that she kind of liked the chicken more than her own kids. So they knew it was not going to go over well. So I'm pretty sure that they were like, oh yeah, let's go to the market, because in Africa and in the Dominican Republic, their meaning of fresh is way more fresher than what we mean. The
mm,
stuff over there is like alive, or they
yeah.
killed it like an hour ago. So like it's
Mm.
way more fresh.
Yeah, real quick to do a side note. There's this movie called like La Soga, and yeah, it's Dominican, and I'm friends with the filmmaker. And then, so in the scene, I mean, in the movie, there's a scene where like a pig gets slaughtered, like butchered, and then like normally like PETA people would freak out, and then their response, the filmmaker's response was, they went to like a real butcher, obviously, and like in a real, like in the hood. And that was like his morning ritual, was to slaughter the pig. So whether they were filming it or not, like that pig was going to get killed and sold. So it wasn't like they killed the pig for the movie. They just happened to record it for the movie, but it was going to happen anyway. So that was kind of like their defense of how that went down.
Well, I mean, I understand that. Like if you go to a slaughterhouse and you film them slaughtering animals, those animals were, like you said, they were going to be slaughtered whether you were filming it or not, because that's how they produce food, and
Mhm.
not just this country, all the countries. So, it helps that you do it a little more humanely. You didn't just take an innocent animal that you caught and killed. You used an animal that was going to be killed and eaten anyway, but there's no both sides of the fence with this. Like what Renee wants to have both sides of the fence, and I don't think you can. For someone who says she loves chickens as much as she does, her eating chickens, it's basically saying I love humans, and then you being a cannibal. Like there's no right side of this. Either you love chickens enough to not put them in your mouth and eat them, or you don't love them as much as you think you do.
Yeah. You can't like half-ass. You can't say
Right?
like don't kill the chickens, but that little 5-piece nugget I have, don't mind that.
Right. Like that's like a vegan saying, oh no, I won't eat chicken, but I'll eat fish. Like you
Hmm.
can't pick. Like if you love the animal, you respect the animal. Like growing up, I respected, certain animals. Like I had favorites. Like the giraffe was my favorite. If somebody was to ask me if I wanted to eat a giraffe, I would probably slap them because that's like they're like people to me. So like
Hmm.
I understand from that aspect where she's coming from. I just don't understand where she puts it in her mouth and eats it. I don't get that part.
Your giraffe obsession, did that extend to being a Toys R Us kid?
It did. It did. The Toys R Us guy, I have so many pictures with him as a kid. Like
Is
and
it Jeffrey or something?
Jeffrey, yeah. And the funny part is the giraffe that like I was part of this charity group, and the giraffe that was part of our sanctuary, his name was Travis, and he had a bunch of kids. He actually passed away before I left Ohio. But I got to like go there when he was having kids and when his girls were pregnant and see them born and feed them and all that stuff. So like the idea of even thinking of like eating them or whatever. I remember when one would pass away, they would let the other animals eat the carcass, because this is part of the the circle, the ecosystem, the circle of life or whatever. I would never be present in anything like that because I didn't like that part of it. Like that part
Mhm.
of the circle was too much for me. So I don't even get eating an animal that you love. I don't get it.
Yeah. And then what did you think of Renee's freak out when he said he wasn't ready to have sex with her premaritally?
It was interesting, right? Her defense was marriage is just paperwork, and she felt like they could convince God they loved each other without getting married. And I guess people can argue that, because God doesn't have to do with like going down to the courthouse and getting a piece of paper. A belief doesn't necessarily need to be notarized. So I
Mhm.
understood her defense, but I also got like the vibes of like I can't believe you lured me here and you're not going to give me any. Like I couldn't help but get those vibes, and a lot of times we get those vibes from the women on these shows. A lot of times when they go to certain countries, they expect. Remember Brittany and Yazan? Like she
Mhm.
went to the country and she expected to get some, and I think a lot of times these women are doing these long distance booty calls, which I think
Yeah.
is super expensive and weird. But I think that she thought, oh, I'm gonna go over here and get some. And you know, I respect people's religion and stuff, but I just don't. I don't understand why religion and personal relationships have to overlap. I really don't.
Mhm.
Wait, is Coco here? Coco's here.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey,
Hi.
how
What's
are
up?
you?
And JLP's here.
Um,
Oh, what's up?
Hello, hello. Just for a brief moment, no,
same.
my wedding is approaching, so I'm busy and tired, and I'm running around all day. So this is my free time, like it's stealing a little time to listen in on the conversation about the show and give some input. But yeah, I haven't been attending the chats as much because I've been wiped out every day. So
Well,
I
sorry
feel
about.
that.
it
I'm
feels nice to have the gang all back, even for a second, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
I'm leaving for Vegas next week, so
Yeah,
I'm exhausted.
yeah.
You're moving, right?
Yeah, you're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, next week I'm going to tour some really nice places. So hopefully I'll sign a lease when I'm there and just that's it.
Nice.
Oh, so exhausting.
I know it's stressful. I remember when I moved cross country too.
Like
So
you have to understand this was so spur of the moment. It was like one day, like it if you asked me 2 weeks ago, like I would have been like, "You're joking!" Like I'm not going to Vegas. But like this happened like 4 days ago
Oh
that
wow,
we
that's
decided
crazy.
to do this.
Well, that's
So,
wild.
and I do have some like crazy inside information regarding the industry actually.
Go
Um
on.
go on. Well, allegedly, this is not allegedly, this actually happened. Um Paramount had just let go 6,000 people this week.
What?
Mhm.
Paramount let go 6,000 like physical workers that were working
Yes.
on site.
Yes.
Wow.
Um Someone that I know who is an executive was let go. I can't say by
Wait, you
who.
mean like executive? You don't mean like just
I
regular
Yes.
employees?
Yes. It's a
Oh,
mix of both. This is someone that like I actually personally know who was an executive producer, and she had a year and a half left in this company and they just let her go even with
what?
that year and a half. And so you know what she's doing? This is someone who has produced a lot of shows that you have probably watched. She's leaving the country and moving to Thailand
Why Thailand? I'm confused.
because it's cheaper and she can probably live, the rest of her years there. She's like, um, this is just
But
like,
does she have ties to Thailand? Has she been there before?
yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
But my point being, people don't understand just what a shit show this is. Like, I have friends who have produced like hit series for Netflix, and they're like, I'm not getting hired. So if those people aren't working, you know, it's just I've never seen it this bad. I'm just gonna say it. I've never seen it this bad.
Wow.
So many people I know who've left. Who I mean, it's just like today I was talking to someone, and it was like, yeah, like they can't afford living here anymore in LA because they haven't worked like in a year. And
Mm.
it's just like no one, like the executives are being gone, Paramount let go. There was a huge bloodbath at Warner Music from someone that I know of. Um, they're in trouble. It's a huge shit show right now. And I don't think people outside of the industry know how bad it is.
Did you, not to be whatever, but did you, out of curiosity, did you watch the show tonight?
I did. I just got home and then you messaged me. So I was
Hmm.
about to put it on, but I kind of ran into the spoilers because I saw you guys posted. So
Hmm.
different time zones.
True.
But I did want to see about oh my god, what's her name? The weird one that snarls.
Oh, Renee.
Oh my god. Like she's like mentally not okay.
Yeah,
Like
she gives me like Lorena Bobbitt
no,
vibes.
yeah, well not just that. She gives me I'm gonna lock you in the closet and never let you out unless you sleep with me vibes.
Mm.
She,
Okay?
you know who she would be a good match to put her up against Angela.
Oh
I'd
my
like to see that.
god.
She
Like
look
in a
like,
tell-all.
yeah, I think her and Angela would be a good, entertaining fight. Cause she
That's
looks, I mean, this one is certifiable. This chick.
No, this chick is like, remember that meme of the crazy girlfriend? Like, that's her.
Yeah, didn't somebody post something that they broken up already, and she was saying she was gonna sacrifice him, or is he a vampire or something like
Wait,
that? Who
I'm sorry,
posted that?
what?
That she was gonna sacrifice him, or she's the vampire or something.
There was
Shabooty,
some shit. There was some
you
shit like
posted
that.
some shit like, I think it was
yeah,
Susie. Somebody posted some shit like that. That
yeah.
they had broken up.
Shitty,
I think it was
Shitty posted
Susie.
it, right? Shitty posted it and said that she was doing rituals and she was like, "I hope you're ready for demons and for people to
To
eat
be
your flesh."
sacrificed. Yeah, I hope you're
What
ready
Yeah,
the
to be
fuck?
sacrificed.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw that, and then something about a vampire. She was a vampire or something. I don't know. She worshipped vampires. Some crazy shit like that. Yeah, you can
Hmm.
tell she's gone. She's long gone.
What,
Yeah.
George? What's the name of the new girl on this episode?
Varna?
Via.
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 She's local, by the way. I didn't know that. I was kind of like, what? She's from here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
Orlando, right?
wow.
Yeah, she's from here, so I'm
It's
gonna have
from
to keep my eyes
Orlando.
peeled.
Yeah.
Oh, so then we can't make fun of her now?
No, we totally can. We totally can. I don't know her. I looked at my followers. She's already following me, but I don't know her. Like we didn't like speak before, so it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I feel like they're adding the couples they're adding, like the people on this season are like, whew. I mean, I've never seen so much, so
It
many
makes me feel
crazies,
really good about myself.
in one season. We got the homeless guy.
Oh my
We got,
god,
we got
fucking Loren drives me nuts. I'm sorry.
yeah, he's gonna break it to her next episode. He's
You
gonna
mean
let
next
her know.
victim? He reminds me of Norman Bates from
He
Psycho.
has a weird, yeah, his face is
Okay,
kind of,
like literally, I'm calling him Norman Bates from now on.
Well, somebody said he looks
yeah,
like Spicoli. You know
I said
from
he looked like Liberace.
yeah. He's a cross between like a creep and a savant at the same time. He looks like a nerd, but a creepy nerd.
He
Mm.
looks like, the like type of guy who would just like stalk you and look. He's like a that movie Peeping Tom.
Yeah, he looks
Oh
like
my
a
god.
real creepy, wants to wear your skin type guy.
Exactly. He's fucking like Hannibal Lecter.
Yo, what did you guys? What did put the lotion on the skin?
Oh my
um,
god.
what did you guys think about the episode with the Ingrid and what's his name? How he had her?
Brian.
Yeah, right, Brian. I mean, that was a lot of information for your first date, right? Like he wanted her to put the catheter on him and then cuddle. What the
Well,
Oh
first
my
of all, wait.
god. Oh,
First of
It's
all,
Coco's dream date.
First of all, let's
Oh
go
yeah,
back though. Let's go back though. He had her install the hand controls like she was some sort of mechanic
yeah,
on the
that was
car.
weird.
And I was
Yeah,
like, okay, I get it. He doesn't have the grip in his hands, but I was like, he could have probably asked the rental car company. I'm pretty sure you have
The-
to. I
well,
don't
he
know.
carries them around because I'm sure they don't probably have that in Brazil or something. So he
Oh,
has his
okay.
specially made, so he has to
Mhm.
travel with them.
Ah, okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
guess
Yeah,
he had to ask.
the Brazil Hertz doesn't give a rat's ass about that
yeah.
accessibility.
Really? That is
They
crazy because in the U.S. we accommodate everybody.
well,
Whenever.
that may be true, but George, you got to realize that the those things are specifically made for each person. That's not just
Oh.
a in general device they can adapt to the car, like a breathalyzer. that's
Mm.
that's yeah, those things are custom made for each person, so he has to travel with his. But she installed them like she's done it before a million times. I would have just been like, you know what, sit your ass in the passenger seat and let me drive because we're not doing this right now. You know.
Yeah, I was wondering why she didn't drive.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to show us, like they keep showing us the blank screen for Chitty. They guess they
Mhm.
wanted to give us a first look on how he can get around and stuff, how he drives around. Because people would have been like, "Oh, but how does he drive? But how is he the one driving?"
But
So
Well,
yeah,
we
like
saw
when
him drive on his package though. That sounded weird. On his introduction video
yeah.
because he's an Uber driver. So we
Right,
knew
we
he could.
did.
Yeah, we
Oh
knew that
yeah.
he could drive.
but like speaking of his package, that's like his pickup line when he
Oh
asks
my
a woman like,
god.
"Can you help me take my pants off?"
Yeah, but I mean, I'm I, I don't know. I don't even know what to think about that situation. I mean, he can't help his situation, but still, I mean, that's the kind of stuff you ease somebody into. Like
Mhm.
you
Yup.
Not
don't
like
just
first
spring it
meeting
onto.
you, like, hey, can you help me with my catheter?
Yeah,
Unless you're
hey,
Coco, of course.
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
lot. And
and this is how it goes, and then you got to put this in here, and I have to, and then he was whacking it in the bathroom. You heard that part?
yeah.
What?
He was beating his meat in the
Well, yeah.
bathroom.
Okay, Coco. He said that in order to get the condom goes.
the
That's
the
that's
condom
what.
goes on, yeah, for
But
the
it has to
catheter.
be semi erect. So
So
he
he was
was
beating his
literally
meat.
beating it in the bathroom to get it
You
semi-erect
you
to get
hear
the
the
condom
Just take a
right.
slapping.
fucking Viagra.
He took the Viagra, but that doesn't happen right away. You got to take the Viagra, and in the 30 minutes that it takes for the Viagra to kick in, you got to get your meat up, put your condom and your catheter on, and then be ready for action.
Right. I think,
Yeah.
I mean, and again, like you said, he can't help any of this, but I think for Ingrid, this was all in one night.
Yeah, you
This
don't spring that kind of information
Right.
right
This was
away. You gotta.
one night. Like, can you like do the hand controls night 1 and then introduce her to something on night 3? Give her a
Well,
second to
yeah,
breathe.
like you're not gonna, my God. Oh, it's weird.
He
Right.
passed her the bag and told her to come put the catheter on.
He
She
handed
was
her the
like,
bag and he's
"Yeah,"
like,
and then
let's do the
he's laying next to her, blowing into the tube, putting it on. I was like, you know what?
So
That's ridiculous.
sexy.
she literally had to turn away on the bed and put her
Yeah.
back to him because she was like, I don't want to know, please God, like
Huh?
don't show me anymore. And that's kind of how I feel sometimes when we're watching the show, like when Jasmine's sticking toes in her mouth, or like I felt that. I was like, please don't show me anymore, I don't want to see any of it, please.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a lot for your first. I mean, he's handicapped. Okay, now let's just ease into this. How we're gonna eventually, before the end of the trip, she would have already been comfortable knowing, the odds and ends of the whole situation. But the first night, he was like, you know what, it is what it is, baby. Let's do this.
Well, I get, he's been married like 3 or 4 times, right? So I get that he's probably like all or nothing right away because he's 51, he's not getting any younger, and he knows he has this disadvantage, right? So I feel like he's like, I'm just gonna put it all out there right away, which a lot
Yeah,
of
well,
people would.
that could have been a phone call or a text message. Like, before I get there, hey, listen, there's some things that you need to know about the workings of how the sex part is, because I know you
But
have
okay,
questions.
so think about it. If you were to actually do that, then what would there be to film? There's no drama. So a lot of the time you don't talk about anything on purpose.
By the way, this is Lauren, the real Lauren, people.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's really me.
what's up, Loren? How are you?
Why? Sometimes I take Viagra and it doesn't work for me at all. I just don't get erect. It's ridiculous.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, no, I got my
Uh,
actual Viagra and I took like 4 and I'm like, it's not working.
you got to get a Rattler, like a cocktail of like
What? You
Cialis
taken
and
4
Viagra.
Viagra's and it didn't work?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this? They get fake ones?
You bought them
Holy
from Temu?
shit!
Did you get it from
No, I
India?
got them like from Hims or something like online and I'm like, okay, this should
Oh my
work.
God, they are the fucking worst. By the way, just want to tell you, they are fucking awful.
Well, wait,
Okay.
Coco. I heard that it has to do with the milligram dose that you get. Isn't that true? The
I wouldn't know,
Well, neither would
but
I. I'm just saying. I've heard that if you get like a low dose,
uh
for
huh.
some people, it doesn't do anything.
I don't know, but I do know. I had a friend of mine who was like, he started taking Viagra when he was like in his 20s because like he's just he's really fucked in the head. He just likes to experiment with drugs, and he just really enjoyed it. Like, but then
What do
he
you
also
enjoyed it? How? Like, what do you mean?
he just liked the feeling of it, and but then this is the type of guy who also like took horse tranquilizers. So
But wouldn't a 20-year-old be able to keep it up on their own? So, what did he
yeah,
like? The
well,
fact that it
no,
would. That,
not if you're a total cokehead.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, well, what's enjoyable about a
Mhm.
4 hour erection? Like what's enjoyable about that?
Well, if you're
I
having sex
don't
for 4
know.
hours,
People are having sex for 4 hours.
I've had sex longer than 4 hours. It depends on
Well,
the
I have
partner.
two, but I was like on ecstasy.
Well, right. I can't imagine that sober, non-high people are having sex for 4 hours, right? Or am I just lame?
I don't. It's like it takes a long time to work up to it, but I've done it a couple times.
Well, I haven't. Maybe
Um,
I'm just a little Christian boy. I don't
No,
know. Like,
you're good, George. I can't think of sex for 4 hours, and I'm
4 hours. I'm just like 4 minutes and leave me alone.
yeah.
but
When you get
but
a certain age, you're like, please,
I'm
God,
in my
no.
30s and I'm like this.
Yeah.
Lauren, I have to
Yeah.
ask you. So, were you invited to the boat party in New York or what?
There's a boat party? I was just told show up in New York. I'm gonna send you a plane ticket later. And I said, sure.
No, but did you hear about the boat party on Thursday night?
No.
It was what was a before the 90 days promotional TLC thrown party on a boat in New York, and they invited a
Oh,
couple of your cast
probably
members.
because he's the other way. He's the other way, so
Oh,
he
You
didn't
sure?
get in.
I
well,
don't know if they want me to meet the other cast members yet. They're super like iffy about it because I'm gonna be like, what's up, you know?
Well,
because you're kind of
you gotta meet them anyway though, because you're gonna be at
What,
the tow-off. You gotta meet them
Lauren?
anyway.
Right.
Did you live in Los Angeles?
No, I live in Las Vegas.
Oh, he's gonna
Oh,
be your
I'm
new
moving to Las
BFF.
Vegas.
Well, I'm always up to hang out with everyone on Earth, so
Oh my god, I'm moving to Henderson, so technically,
okay,
but
it's not that far.
no, no. Oh, it's so amazing. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's gonna be your new friend, Coco.
Yay! I know someone in Vegas now.
Mm.
True. Yeah, yeah, Lauren. They're probably scared of you with the other cast members because you're unfiltered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, "Oh God, this guy," and I'm gonna ask him all kinds of stupid questions.
Oh, by the
Like
way,
they'll
I
make
had
fun of wheels for a minute.
true. I had George take the girlfriend test a couple
Oh,
weeks
which
ago.
one?
I did
My
take
the
it.
real one is out there, and then the TV version is out there. They didn't let
Uh,
me put the real one online or like on the show.
Why
yeah, we
not?
just did the screenshot.
Because it used the word like spousal abuse, and it talked more about like assessing like their physical and mental abilities, like on like are you mentally handicapped level, instead of just like BS ridiculous questions.
Oh,
Oh. Well, they're having a little issue with the spousal abuse word right now. So
I know.
they wanted to steer clear of that whole conversation if
Every
possible.
time I brought it up, they're like, "You can't talk about how your exes beat you," and I'm like, "Okay."
Wait, your ex hold on.
wait.
Your exes beat you? Like
That's
now I
why I have
have
to take Viagra because I'm like, if I get hard, I'm gonna get punched in the face.
I have I have so many questions. I don't even know where to like start
I,
right
I'm,
now.
I'm at a loss for words.
So
I
your
feel
Real
like
life.
you're.
exes
I actually feel like you're like the female. I'm like the female version of you because I'm so unfiltered. Like people literally ask me if I'm autistic, and
Yeah,
I am. But
growing up, everyone said I was autistic, but I mean, like, I don't
yeah,
know.
Oh wait, so I have a question, right? So we know that you're gynosexual. So
That's the word they gave me. Yeah, it's interesting. I looked it up.
wait, that's not the word you go by? They gave you
I
that
have
word?
no, I had no idea what it was. They just said, "Say this word, Lauren." I said, "Yeah."
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
Well,
that this was
oh
the
my
word.
I don't know what it
gosh.
means.
It
Oh,
means that I
so
only like feminine stuff, right? So like
Right.
masculinity is unattractive, which technically is true. Like I'm not into dudes.
but you're
Oh,
into what do you call it? Feminine trans women.
Right.
Pre Preferably pre-op.
Right, because like if you get the operation, a lot of times you have like a urine issue and you just like stale urine like all the time.
Wait, what? You mean like
So
they
so like okay, so you get the surgery, right? Because I've been with girls who have the
mhm.
surgery, and like a lot of times because the pee hole isn't like lined up properly after the surgery, you just kind of smell like stale urine all the time, and it's just I don't know, it's not my
So wait,
favorite.
you
Like
mean
fresh
like
urine,
that?
sure, but
So
like not that.
the area down there would always feel like urine, no matter how like many times they shower.
Well, I mean,
Is
like they
that
have to shower, but I mean, like a regular girl, right? Like regular girls can like choose not to wipe, and I'm like going down there. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, we have to shower now. And they're like, you're just being weird.
whoa? Okay,
Interesting.
interesting indeed.
Yeah,
I think
like
we.
Lauren. I used to
Yeah.
listen to the Howard Stern show,
Okay.
and they would have like trans women on there, and then like they would be like post op, and they said like after they got the operation, they would have to have like a stent to keep it from closing up and stuff.
Right. Yeah. You got to keep putting stuff in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I watched the one Real World season, and there was a trans girl, and she had yeah, it was like it kind of looked like a penis actually, and she had to sleep with it inside of her, like to keep the area opened or whatever. It was crazy. Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, one of my favorite girls in Vegas. She's post op. So
Mhm. Oh, and once Coco moves to Vegas, you should invite her to the club that was on the show.
I would
oh,
totally
Phoenix is
go.
great.
I
I
would
go
No,
there
I want
all
to
totally
the
go
time.
go.
too. I want to go too. We should all plan something. I want to go too.
Okay, plan a Vegas trip.
Yeah,
Vegas.
let's do it. Let's all go. I love Vegas anyway, so let's just do it.
True. I like Fremont Street.
The Fremont's pretty fun. We don't have
Yeah,
any shows there though.
Oh my god! Every time I go to Fremont, like someone gets like stabbed.
Where I
Did you
work
say
at TJ Maxx, the
stabbed?
hair Decatur, this lady like shot this other lady in the face. It was pretty crazy.
Well,
While you're
now y'all.
working,
Well,
Yeah, we
now
were all
y'all are
working there,
making
and
me
everyone's
not
like
want to
freaking
go.
out. And I'm like, "What is going on?" They're like, "Oh, she didn't like her car return, so she shot her."
oh,
Now y'all making me not want to go. That's crazy.
true.
Welcome to Vegas.
Yeah,
Lauren, I have a question for you.
of
Are
course.
you and Faith still together?
I 100% can't answer you that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's an NDA thing for sure. But
Yeah,
I mean, if you like really piece together like everything that I'm doing in my life, like my GoFundMe, and then like my future goals that I've kind of posted about, it may be
yeah.
obvious that I still have interest in someone in the Philippines, which I'm just
Oh,
not allowed
okay.
to say who it is. But I
Oh,
mean, we
okay.
can jump to conclusions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Just yeah. Okay. Well,
Did you, Lauren? Did you watch older seasons of the show?
I've never seen the show. My ex-wife was like, "Sign up, I want money," and I'm like, "Okay," so I signed up, and then she took all the money.
Wait. Your ex-wife told you to sign up for the show because
Yeah,
she wanted you to get paid.
right, because she knows that if I get paid, she gets paid.
So wait, does your ex-wife like have a job?
No, she just sits at home on free housing.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, so she just milks the system. She's already got like she's already trying to get her fourth baby on the way so she can keep milking child support from other men.
Wait, so she has two kids by you, and then a kid by someone else, and then she's working on another kid by someone else.
Yeah, but she really wants an Asian one this time. She wants to have a collection going, so she's like looking for that Asian kid. But no Asian guy's doing it.
Okay, this is an interesting. This conversation has taken a turn. Okay,
George, are you all right?
I'm okay. I'm trying to analyze what
I
just
mean,
happened.
Lauren, are you friends with any cast members from this season?
I'm trying to be I really want to move in with Chicken Girl because like she can get a visa like for someone from the Philippines, right?
Chicken girl.
You mean
Okay, I mean,
Chicken girl.
Renee?
Oh my god, I love it.
Renee. Okay, yeah,
I
Renee.
look
I mean like
no. I prefer chicken girl. We're going with chicken girl. I actually prefer that.
because I used to live on a chicken farm, so I get raising chickens. Like it's great.
Yeah, we're going with chicken girl. I like this term.
Chicken girl. Okay, I can deal with that.
yeah, I said chicken lady in my tweet, but chicken girl works.
Yeah, it has a ring to it.
Wait, hold on. We can hook her up with Jose from
Oh,
UK.
I love chicken.
Lauren,
Wait, he's still with his wife though.
Yeah, I know. I know.
We don't want to like
I
we
made
don't
a
want to break
joke.
up any happy homes.
Lauren,
Why
have you
not?
met
It's TLC.
have you met any of the past season cast members?
There's some dude who says he's on a show from 90 Day in China. I forget his name, but he's
Josh.
talking to me.
Josh.
Yeah. He's like, we're hanging out. And I'm like, okay, man, whenever you're ready.
Oh,
But
cool.
nobody from the prior seasons before you.
Not yet.
Okay.
Lauren, I saw that one video you posted on like Facebook, and you're kind of lightheartedly goofing, saying like, "Yeah, I just thought of this new idea, a 90-day fiance house. We could all
Right.
be in a house together, blah blah." But was that like a subtle shot to like Statler?
No, I'm again like, okay, so I was like, we were talking like while they were filming, and I'm like, you know what we need? We need to make this show more interesting. What if we just slapped a bunch of other cast members in like a house together and forced each other to like pretty much just like challenge and like do chores and stuff?
Well, I think that's going to happen. But when I saw the video, I thought that was like you're goofing on Statler, which also made a recent claim that that was her idea.
I have no idea who Statler is.
Okay, I thought the producers
Interesting.
put you up to making fun of her.
Oh
Oh,
no, I didn't think that.
I mean, if I have the chance to make fun of somebody, let's do it. But I have to like know who they are.
Oh, true. No, I thought
But
I was in conspiracy land. Don't mind me.
oh, I have to say, that house show starts filming this week.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, I can't. You didn't hear it from me, but it's not filming in this country. I'm gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna
yeah,
say.
of course it's not. I told you guys that. Why?
Well,
is
it's
it
not in like a weird place. Like if you would name off a country, it's like it's
But it's
not
not
like
in the U.S.
meaning like what,
So
no.
Mexico or
But
something?
yeah.
what did you say?
Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say that. You did.
Mm.
Interesting. This is some good tea though.
Yes, yes. And oh man, I know who's gonna be on it. I can't say nothing just yet, but y'all are gonna shit your pants. Like y'all are gonna. It's
Okay.
crazy.
What if I guessed?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to say anything, but I mean,
Okay.
you can guess, and I could say if you're warm or not. That's all I'll
Is
say.
it to do with Annie and David?
No,
Okay.
What's the concept of the show again? I missed that whole thing of the house show.
it's like a singles house, but with a therapy aspect where they're all
So
there
like
and they're
rehab?
single. Basically, like relationship rehab. Like they've all had failed relationships, and they're gonna try to figure out
Oh, like
why.
that house with the hip hop people. Remember that? What is it? Married?
Marriage boot
That
camp.
marriage boot camp.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very it's along the lines of that,
Oh, okay,
but everyone is
okay,
single, so it's
okay.
within hopes that people are gonna fool around.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's kind of the
okay.
aspect of like it's there
Interessante.
will be people like there'll be doctors that are asking questions like, well, why do you think this relationship didn't work, and why do you think this second marriage didn't work, and why do you think? But then at the end of the night, everyone is there drinking in the same house together.
And it's like former cast members, and then is it so there's like going to be a new batch of people too, right?
Well, there's former cast members, and there's going to be like random hot people
Mm-hmm.
to throw into the mix. Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, it starts filming this week. So I'm kind of excited because it's a different concept, and I feel like we've really been watching the same thing for years and years and years. So it's kind of fun when they throw something new into that, you know?
yeah. They need to have Lauren pop in and like throw a wrench into everything.
Yeah, I'll do whatever they want. That's why they like me so much. They're like, Lauren, do this, and I'm like, okay.
Well, you have to be single, and I don't think Lauren is single.
I know, isn't like there's actually like a huge twist there to that answer of like single or not, and it's like way outside the show.
Well, we know that you are non-monogamous. We
That's
know that, right?
actually something they created.
Wait, you
Oh.
what? So wait, are you a
Wait,
one-person man, and then they told
Okay,
you to just
I say that
so
as if I'm shocked, but I'm not.
so when I applied for the show, they asked me about how I feel about monogamy, right? And so my answer is, well, I mean, if my girl doesn't come home for like 4 days because she's shacking up with someone, I don't actually care. Like as long as I can keep going to work to pay child support, it doesn't matter. And they're like, so you like open relationships? And I'm like, yeah, okay.
so you're not
Interesting.
poly?
No, like if my partner is, I don't care, kind of thing. So that means I'm automatically non-monogamous, right?
Hmm.
According to the show.
Well,
but
I
wait,
mean,
if you're I'm confused. So if your partner was cheating, you don't care, but would you also be cheating or no?
No, I'm too busy working. I'm not going to jail for child support.
Oh, okay. So basically, you were saying it's not an end of a relationship if you caught your partner cheating, and then they took it to the point of saying, "Say you're non-monogamous."
Right.
Ah, okay. They made it
Yeah.
seem like you were out there looking to be
Yeah,
poly and have
No,
several people
I'm
at
fully
once.
aware that's how they twisted those words around. And I'm like, oh, I get where you're
yeah.
going.
They made it seem like you need as many penises hitting your face as possible.
Well, I don't think I'll be looking for a second penis. I'd probably be going for vagina if I already had a penis.
True. I'm just saying they just made it seem like you were a freak in the sheets.
Only when they asked me to be.
True.
Interesting.
But you have a
So
good you have a good relationship with the producers?
I love my guys on the show. They're amazing.
Okay.
So, Lauren, you said you like vagina?
Right. So like I want to spend the rest of my life with it with a penis, but like there's nothing wrong with vagina. I think about it all the time.
Oh, okay. All right. I just want. No, I just wanted to be clear on that because I said, wait a minute.
So, do you feel like you ask a question and then after you get the answer, you're a little more confused than before
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ask?
Sometimes
Yeah.
That's why
sometimes
I
I feel
probably have
like
to
maybe
talk
I
a certain
shouldn't.
way in the show. They said I'd be too confusing.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
very confused right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very,
yeah, I
very
shouldn't have
confused.
asked that question.
Yeah, Lauren, I saw the Instagram live where you were couch surfing, but then you had to pay the all the utility bills or something.
Right. No, it was ridiculous. I'm like here on the couch, and then my like friend was like not trans, lied about it. So I moved in with them anyway. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, Lauren, there's no power today because I don't feel like paying the bills. So if you want power, you got to pay it." And I'm like, "Damn." And so I just
What?
yeah, and so like here
That's
I am living on
so
the couch,
insane.
and I'm just like, it's 120 degrees in Vegas. Of course I'm paying the damn power bill, but like we should split it or something.
Can we go back for a second? You said that
Yeah.
they weren't trans but lied about it. Can we unpack that? So it's a guy and he's
Okay.
lying to people and saying that he's
So
trans.
it gets okay. So when I bought the plane ticket to the Philippines, it was because I met this person in Las Vegas who is from the Philippines on a work visa who wanted me to go to the Philippines to meet their friend for a marriage visa. And so
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, yeah. But every time I met them, they were female. And when I moved in, like a week into it, when we were like hooking up, all of a sudden it was gone. I was like, who is
What do
this?"
you
And it's
mean
like,
it was gone? You mean like the penis was gone?
no, no, no. Like the female was gone. It was just like a bro. And I'm just like,
Oh.
why are you
Oh,
dressing up? Like what happened to the wigs and the outfits and the makeup? And then he was like, no, I just do that to like get guys to come over. And I'm like, damn, like I moved in and everything.
so wait, y'all were
Oh,
in a relationship?
Kinda. Because I was only sleeping with him to reduce my rent.
Okay.
this is like the
Um,
You know
opposite.
what?
Well, do you remember like Love in Paradise, the older man
Oh
with
my-
the Brazilian
oh,
guy
you
that
mean
was
Aaliyah and
yeah,
Sean?
yeah, it was like a reverse Aaliyah, meaning
oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah.
because he on the show Aaliyah was going feminine, but then Lauren's case it
But
was
wait. Okay, I have a question now because the
Yeah.
person dressed up like a woman and acted very feminine. So when you were living with them and they were in the house dressed as a guy, did they act masculine?
Yeah, like it was totally different. Like completely. I was like, wait a minute. Like you should have
So
told me this before I moved in.
would you say the person was just gay, but they
Yeah.
wanted to
It's just a
attract
gay guy.
men? Okay, now I'm following now. Okay, so he was a gay guy, but liked to attract men who were interested in trans women or men in drag. Okay,
Right.
okay, I understand now. I understand now.
he was a lazy cross dresser.
So
Right,
when I
right.
moved to Vegas, I was told I had free housing by the librarian Esther on the show. And so when I moved here, it turned out that that house was only available for 2 months. Like the bank was going to take it back. And so I had 2 months to find someone to like live with. And that was my first shot. I'm like, okay, this person's into me. I'm going to marry their friend. I'm going to have sex with them to reduce rent. It's going to work out, because I don't want to be on the streets. And so that was it.
Oh
Okay. So, okay, I'm just gonna ask. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Did you like the person at it? Like, were they attractive, or was this just like rents 2,000, but with this person it's 1,000? Like, how were you looking in the situation?
I mean, I was attracted to him at first, but then like it just got really weird. The moment he's like, "Okay, you're moving in, but then you got to marry my friend in the Philippines, and then I'm a guy now," and I'm just like, "What is going on?"
So
my
wait,
god.
it
Is
was
this
a
real life?
demand. It was
Right,
a
that was part of
demand.
rent was marrying his friend, and then he quit paying the bills, and I'm just like,
So
"Damn,
wait,
you make like
who is
3
the
times what I
friend?
do."
Was the friend a lady boy or a girl or a guy? What are we talking
That's
about
what
here?
I thought. He said, "Oh, my trans friend," but it was like a morbidly obese, like black dude who lives in the Philippines.
Though it's American.
No,
There's black people in the Philippines. I'm confused.
like, I
I
don't know
didn't
if it
even
was
know
like
that.
a filter or something, but like every picture, like we FaceTimed once, and I'm like,
I'm fucking
"What's
dying.
going on here?" And he's like, "Hey."
Wait, there
So
are black Filipinos.
Okay, so
No.
like in like super
Yeah.
South Philippines, he's like
Mm,
super dark. Like it
okay.
was, I was like, because I didn't realize it wasn't. I thought it was like a scam. I thought it was like some dude in Africa.
Oh my fucking
Oh, it was definitely a scam. Whatever you're describing right now, I can't put my finger on it, but
But
it was most
that's why I had a
definitely a
ticket to the
scam.
Philippines. See, my grandma died, and so I used all that extra money from her death to buy that ticket, so I can have rent, so I have a place to live.
I'm okay. I just have one little follow up. So, how did I'm sorry for your loss. How did your grandmother's death get you extra money? I'm just curious.
So when she died, I inherited like $2,000, the exact amount for that plane ticket during that small period of time.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
I
I used
gotcha.
all of that money instead of like something else to buy this ticket.
Yeah, because everyone was wondering how is a homeless guy buying a plane ticket.
Right.
Yeah, because they're super expensive, right?
No, it
That
was
was like
crazy
everybody's
expensive.
number one question. They were like, he's a couch surfer. But he's like on because I looked at it as you're in the Philippines, kind of on vacation. You're staying at this nice resort, and you have. I was like, that's not something that broke people do. So he's clearly got money somewhere,
My
right?
plan in the Philippines was to have a hammock and just sleep in the countryside, but the show did not want me to do that.
You cannot just sleep outside in the
But that's
Philippines.
what I do in America.
Don't they have wild animals that roam around in the Philippines?
That's called food. I mean, I've been hunting.
Oh my god.
Well,
I'm
you could be the.
sorry. Oh.
I'm from,
This is
like,
amazing.
eat
No, you're
rats, boards.
amazing.
Let's do
You're
it.
amazing. I love this. I definitely
Okay.
want to hang out with you in Vegas.
Yeah, we're gonna plan something because I feel like hanging out with you. I would wake up the next day not knowing where I am, married to
It'd be like the
someone.
hangover, right?
Oh
Yeah,
my
with a
god,
tattoo.
great.
I feel like that is definitely. I would wake up face tattoos in bed with someone that I don't know, and I'm married. I feel like it would be one of those nights.
You'd be married to a
You can get a
black
face tattoo for
Filipino.
$20 in Vegas. Come on.
This is
So,
crazy.
He
Lauren,
he he
Lo-
de- he
I'm not
definitely be the
allowed to get
one
a
to
face
roofie all
tattoo
the
though.
time.
They told me I'm not allowed to.
Who is they? The producers?
Yeah, those who walk behind the rows, right? Who are watching everything I'm doing every second.
So they said that face tattoos is where
I'm
they draw the
fucking
line.
And my hair. They're
I'm
like super weird. They're like, you cannot have it shorter or longer. And I'm like, okay.
I didn't know that they controlled people's. Well, no, I did know that. I do remember there was a cast member who was a good friend of mine who wanted to cut their hair off, and they did it, and they got in trouble
Hmm.
with production because when they signed the contract, they said that you wouldn't change your likeness between the beginning of filming and the end of filming,
yeah,
and they cut their hair in the middle, and
for like
then
continuity and pickup
yes.
Right.
interviews.
Because
So
we
I
do
guess I
that.
did.
There's a lot of pickup nonsense.
Mm. And when you
So
were in
okay,
you were in the Philippines, you had $46 in your pocket too.
So, um, I had like 146, but I like someone needed $100 from me in the United States and borrowed it.
Mm. True.
So I had like basically no money.
so what was your plan? Because I noticed that you got there and you had a small backpack, one that
Yeah,
you would take to school. So what was your plan? Where were your clothes?
they were in the backpack.
But Lauren, how many outfits did you have with you? I'm
Oh,
just
okay. So you're asking, okay. So before I went to the Philippines, I shipped everything I owned there to give to charity. So I just picked through my stuff that I had donated that Faith was holding on to.
okay. I get because I was really confused because I was like,
I know,
what are
because I
you
have
going?
like 15 outfits in a backpack.
Yes, I was just confused. I was like, I know what fits in a backpack. I fly all the time, and I have my carry-ons, and I know what fits, and I know that I can't go anywhere for 20 days with a backpack. I knew something was wrong. So okay, so you had all of your stuff shipped there. That's why you only had one bag. Now I'm following along now.
Yeah, they said they were going to take that part out, so I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to talk about it, but it's like a huge thing that we were trying to set up with me and my boss.
What the clothing donation?
Yeah, my donation box is that like I was living out of it basically.
Oh.
But they
Oh.
told me they weren't going to use that. Like it was too complicated for people to understand that I'm donating things and wearing them.
I mean, I am a bit confused. So I get that.
Yeah. A
What
lot of
did
the
you?
stuff I say is going to be confusing, though. So, like, I'm sure they edit it like the
But
way they do for
are
that reason.
are you confusing in general, or is it just because the show isn't necessarily real life, so it's confusing because there's certain things you can't say?
Right. Yeah. That's a huge thing, too. Like, in real life, I'm a really straightforward person. Like, I make jokes, but, like, nobody's ever confused on what I'm talking about.
Okay, so I'm mostly confused because there are things that you just can't say right now. So it
Right.
sounds weird because the full story cannot be talked about. Okay, because most of this time I've been really confused, and I was like, well, maybe he's just a confusing person, or whatever. But I think
No,
you're
I mean, I
not.
went
I
there,
think
and I was like, let's figure this out, and that's where we're at, I guess.
so. What is like the cost of living in the Philippines? Because you were saying that it was so much cheaper for you to live in the Philippines, and then also, are you allowed to work? Because what kind of visa did you have
So
when
I
you
was
were
on a
over there?
traveler's visa, but my plan wasn't to get a visa. My plan was to go live in someone's shed on a farmland, like illegally for the rest of my life.
Wait. You were trying to smuggle yourself into the Philippines.
Right, using a TV show with that donated money to give to the farmer to like basically pay to hide me.
But if you were on TV, wouldn't you going on TV saying that you were there give away that you were there?
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I set up everything right, maybe I can get to like church property and just claim sanctuary for the rest of my life.
But how would you take care of yourself? Like, how would you make money?
No, I don't need money. I just work, right? So if I just work 48 hours, forever,
Oh, so like they do here, like the illegals here. You just go to work every day and get paid under the table.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you had no plans of for real, like no plans of coming back to the U.S. Your plan was to go over there and never come back.
I mean, it wasn't really up to me, which they cut that part out. But I'm like, this is one of my two options,
So
right?
wait, you had two options, and one was to leave and never come back.
Right. One was to leave and go hide, and then the other one was to have the other person come here, right? And those are the two options,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
got it.
Yeah. And so it seems like the only one that I get to use right now is me only leaving. They're cutting out the part where I'm being negotiable.
Oh, so are you allowed to say why you have to leave, or is it like legally not smart for you to say that?
Well, I have to leave what?
Like you said that your option was to leave. Like, was there like a reason you staying was not safe,
Oh, I mean,
or
like, so my ex-wife would be forced to get a job. Like, that's a huge thing, because she's gonna milk that forever. But I'm sure she probably could figure it out even if I wasn't paying. And then like in America, like, I don't know, I don't really care. Like, I don't vote or anything. I don't you have any support from the government because my ex-wife takes it all. So like I don't have food stamps and like I don't have health care. I never have a place to live, but if I could live in a shed, in the Philippines, like there's no HOA to tell me I can't. So I could totally pull that off. There's no OSHA.
oh, okay, I follow. Yeah, my HOA told me that I had to paint my driveway last month. So yeah, I can understand if I had you living in my backyard that they would be pissed off. So I follow that. I get it. It's just so your plan was to go over there. Is it because your ex-wife would have you arrested? Is that what's going on, like
Oh
for
yeah,
child
no.
support? Is that
If I were to try and live over there like legally, TSA would
Mhm.
just be like, nope, and I'd just go to jail. Because I
Wait,
would
are you serious?
Yeah, because I won't make enough money on a Philippines pay budget to cover the expenses that she takes from the government. Because I basically have to pay off whatever she can finagle herself into stealing from like, taxes.
But
And
why?
so
But why are you solely responsible for paying it back? She did. She,
Alimony.
oh, is it?
right.
Oh, is it alimony?
It's like a
Oh,
mixture
I
of like alimony
Yeah.
and child support. So like she
I
just
gotta. I'm
whatever she
sorry,
wants.
Lauren. I gotta see a picture of this wife before your season ends because this is just too crazy.
It's on my Facebook. Like she lost some weight. She was like 400 and something when we were married, and now
oh,
Oh my
she's
god.
only
oh.
like probably like 200 something now. I
Wait,
was
I'm sorry.
360 then.
Can we go back? Can we go back for a second here?
Holy fucking
So
shit. Is this real life
So-
right now? Like, am I in a dream?
and on
I
the
have a
night
question.
that Coco, and on a
Yeah.
sober night.
So I
This
have
is
a
a
question
school
for you.
night.
No,
You
that's
said
what's scary. Is I'm completely sober
Me
right
too.
now, and I'm like,
so. How long have you been attracted to trans women? Because you said that you were in a relationship with a 400-pound woman. So I'm just curious. Like, when did it shift to
Okay.
trans
we just
women?
cooked on some
So
chicken.
here's so you know the movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love
Oh
it.
I
no,
was
Absolutely
yes,
like
love it.
maybe
go
like
on.
5 or 6 years old, and I said, "Wow, that's really cool. I wonder if that's real life." And I've been attracted ever since then.
You
Really?
better
Yeah,
what?
I
So
didn't think
how
it
did
was
you
Wait,
end
real
you
up?
better.
though.
How did you end up with your ex-wife? I'm just curious.
Okay, so in high school, I was sleeping with all the girls I possibly could, right? Because I can. And she was like the safe bet. So I didn't use a condom with her because she was going to go get a scholarship to go teach English in Germany. And then she's like, you know what? I don't think I ever want to work another day in my life. I'm just going to quit taking my birth control and not tell you. And so then she got pregnant. And my family's like, well, now you got to do the right thing.
Holy
And I'm just
shit!
like, this sucks. Because out of all the girls, I thought she was like the safe one. And so I tried to make it work for a while, and it just didn't because she just went batshit crazy. She's like, Jesus says you can't do the dishes, and Jesus says you can't own a cell phone, and Jesus says we have to have 7 dogs because my family has 4. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you can either get with it or get out. And I said, okay, I guess I'm getting out.
I'm sorry.
But you had 2
So
kids with her?
So the trick was I'm really
the
trusting, which
trick.
is yeah, the trick was I'm really trusting. And she said, you won't have to pay child support if you give me a second kid now in exchange for a longer period of time stealing from the government. And I said, okay, commit fraud longer as long as I don't have to pay for it. But in Washington state, we don't have a choice. She automatically gets child support no matter what. So it was just a trick.
I'm sorry.
Huh.
Wait. Okay. Did you want to have children, or
Oh,
did she
never.
ask you?
Because I want a
So
transgendered woman. So like a vagina was just like the only thing I had access to.
so wait. Where did you live that you didn't have access to trans women?
I lived in a small
I'm
town
so.
called Stanwood, Washington. There was maybe like 1,000 people. And so like I didn't
Oh.
know transgender were even real until like way later in my life. I literally thought it was
Oh.
just a movie thing.
So are we talking pre-internet? Because the internet would have told you,
Well, I
right?
didn't I would well, there was internet, but like we really didn't have it because it was like a small town, right? My family was just not
Oh.
into it.
Oh. Okay. So
This
this is
is a comedy hour, bro.
this is really interesting because the 400-pound ex-wife is what did
So
it
she
for me. I was
started at
just
like 220, right when we met, and then slowly throughout our 4-year marriage, she just only ate McDonald's and drank at least 48 Dr. Peppers a day.
but
Holy
but did
fuck!
Jesus tell her to do that too?
Jesus told her that her weight is determined on her like power. So like she gained weight so that she became more powerful. That's why she went to the buffet every single day with my money.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up.
Oh
I think what's
Why
more
she made it
confusing
up?
to
What are you
me,
talking about? That can't be real. Jesus came to her to
no,
dream, but like what?
I think what's more confusing to me is that you didn't get on TV sooner. Because this little conversation right here, if this isn't turned into a reality show, I don't even know what TV is. Because
Well,
I would
okay.
watch this. Whatever
Everyone
you're
keeps saying
talking
write a
about right
book,
now, I
but
would
then
watch
everyone
it.
online's like, fuck you, Lauren. And I'm like, okay, fine, don't write a book with me. I guess I suck.
my god. So
Yeah, keep it going.
okay, I have a question for you. Did anybody ever tell you you resemble Liberace?
Liberace. I get a lot of
Yes.
crazy names, but that's a first for Liberace. Yeah.
Really? Okay,
What about
Is
like
it because of the open
Spicoli?
shirt? People call me Liberace because of the open shirt thing, but I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't
What
know if I
about
look like him. I have no
what,
idea what he looks like.
what about Spicoli?
Sticoli? I don't recognize that name either.
Spicoli. I'll
Spicoli.
send you a photo. I'll tweet it
Okay.
out. Let's see.
I just can't
Here
believe
we
they
here we
edited
are.
me to say sexual so much this time. It was crazy.
Oh
Wow.
my god, here we are thinking that you're some weird creepy guy, and you're the funniest person that I think I've.
Well, they edited me that way, right? They're like, let's make him like this sex guy. And it's like,
This
I
real
mean, like,
creepy.
yeah, sex, but come on.
This real creepy guy.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, yeah. We're like, oh my god, he's so weird
It's
and
so
creepy.
at
Ugh.
work though, when I'm at work and people like see me, they're like, I know you. I know what you do. And I'm just like, okay, do you need help?
You work at like a Target or something?
I work at TJ Maxx. And so
Or
like it's there's a bunch of ladies that watch the show, but there was this lady, she was screaming at the front register because she's like, I know him and he's evil. He needs to be fired. And I'm just like, lol. And then I asked if I could help her to her car, and she was like, get away from me.
My God. Oh my God. That's amazing.
It-
Oh my
it's so
God.
outrageous. I mean, like, I know I come
Oh my
across as like
God.
not like the best guy, but I don't think I'm like that bad.
No. I mean, you're not the guy that's like donating his sperm to like a million women.
No, I'm done with kids, hopefully. You never know.
I just think you're very quirky and eccentric, and I'm the same way too. And I feel like people like to judge that.
Right.
Um, I'm like that too. Like I'm very blunt, no filter, and people are just like, "Yeah, is she okay?" And I'm like, "No, not really." But so yeah, I understand your personality 100%.
That's good. As long as someone does, right?
They're actually giving the rerun, and they're showing your scene when you walked Faith to her hotel room.
That was actually a lot of fun. Like we did that every single day. And that elevator takes so long. It is the slowest elevator I've ever been on.
is so Lauren, why did you get banned off Reddit?
Okay, so there was three things. So the first strike was I gave my address I was born in, 1111 McDougal in Everett, Washington. The second strike was oh my God, what did I say? Oh yeah, I talked about how like my ex, the librarian, she had like a bacterial infection in her vagina. So she has a rotting vagina for a temporary period of time.
What the?
And they're like, you're insulting women. And I'm like, no, it's a legitimate medical thing that we had to deal with. I put yogurt in her vagina for like a week and then it was all cleared up. And then the third thing was
You mean a yeast
no,
infection?
it wasn't like a yeast infection. It was different because it was like I don't know because I've had a yeast infection for one of my exes before, and it was like it wasn't like that.
Uh
Wait,
huh.
you had a yeast infection in your mouth?
No, on my penis, it was weird, and in my butt.
Oh Jesus. Okay, okay. Sorry I asked. Sorry I asked.
It was all gross, and I was just like, you know,
George, are you ever gonna fucking learn?
well, I
It's
mean,
my fault from what I
okay.
said, right? It's my fault. It's
I don't
completely my
understand
fault.
why I'm always the one who's like, let's take a shower. And all of my exes are like, you're weird. And I'm like, no, just take a shower. It's been like 4 days. Just take a shower. And I'm like fighting with them to bathe on a regular basis.
Oh my God, you're dating people who refuse to
That's my
shower.
ex-wife. She went like a few months without bathing. And I'm just like, you have to
Oh
shower.
my God.
Yeah, it was crazy living with her. She just stunk up the whole house. And then she was a hoarder. So it didn't help.
Stop it. I
Jesus
can't.
Christ! Jesus Christ!
I tried to make that work, but it
Holy
was
shit,
rough.
I'm dying right now.
Maybe
How do
that
you try to make it work with someone who doesn't bathe for 2 months?
I mean,
Like,
they were out partying every night. So when I came home, they would just be like, "Oh, the kid's yours. See ya." And I'm just like, "Damn, I just got off work, but all right."
I mean, did your ex-wife, is she the reason that turned you away from women?
I mean, it turned me from having kids. I mean, like after that happened,
Mhm.
I was like, "Man, this is like I really got to love the person and like trust their like mental fortitude because like she seemed normal at first and then she just went freaking crazy." So, can I trust anyone not to lose their
when
mind
did
after having kids?
when did she seem normal though? Because everything
When
that
we
you
met in
said.
high school, like
Oh, okay.
yeah. She seemed okay. Then she got pregnant at like 16 because she said she didn't want to do it anymore. It was too much.
Wait. Y'all got pregnant at 16?
I was like 18. I was just starting college and she was just like, "No, you're done with that."
Holy crap. Okay, I didn't realize it was that early on.
Yeah,
Y'all were
she's crazy.
So y'all were basically kids. So yeah, you had no idea who she was because at 16, the crazy doesn't usually show itself at that age.
Right.
Because
But
all
then I met her
16-year-olds.
family, and her family's the same way. They don't cook really, they don't clean. They smoke like a carton of cigarettes in the house a day. They do have 4 dogs. They don't, like there's like a bush growing through their building, and they're like, it's part of nature. And I'm like, but there's mold in the house, and you're holding a baby while smoking a cigarette and a gun at the same time. And I'm just asking you to put out the cigarette, and you're like, I'll shoot you, you motherfucker. And I'm just like, man, you guys are crazy.
Oh my god!
I
Oh
just
my
don't
god!
want you to hold a 1-year-old and smoke a
I'm
cigarette at the
fucking
same
dying right
time.
now.
I'm the bad guy, I guess.
God.
Like,
You got to write a cartoon or something.
A cartoon.
I'm trying to do a video game. Me and a friend started making it, but then he said doing things for money is lame, and then he destroyed his computer that we were working on the game with.
Doing things for money is lame. Isn't that
Yeah,
what people do? Like it's called a job.
I know, but like we also tried making a book, and he destroyed that. And that was my first movie I filmed. He just lost the footage because he's too hip to like
Do you
accurately do
think
things.
maybe you should stop doing things with him?
I mean, yeah, no, not anymore. I mean, I'm done with him. He kicked me out the house because my ex was too crazy.
Did your ex live with y'all?
Yeah, there was like 9 of us in like a 3-bedroom house, and I had half a
What?
laundry room with my ex, but like
Did you
pumped
say
up.
you had half of the laundry room?
Yeah, we had like a sheet put up, and so we had like this little laundry room thing, and that's where I stayed for $200 a month.
You paid somebody to live in half of a laundry room?
I mean, I'm trying to live in a shed or like an enclosed trailer, but it's really hard to do.
Is it?
I mean,
Is
I
it?
can't
I
seem
mean,
to find someone who's like, "Oh, I'll let you park my enclosed trailer on my property."
I I mean, you can't do it here because I have a HOA. But I
That's
mean, I
right.
don't know specifically like that it's hard. I used to live in Ohio and I saw some really weird shit going on in Ohio. So like I don't know if you're just in the wrong states. Because
Maybe.
I've seen some weird shit going around. Like this state I'm in now, they don't really tolerate a lot of weird shit. But like other states that I've lived in, I've seen some stuff.
Well, maybe I'll find that state. I mean, I applied to every single state in America and most of the other countries in the world to try and get this H-1B visa for an unknown individual who just happens to live in the Philippines and work in a hotel. But I've yet to get someone to agree to getting an H-1B visa for her.
What is that visa? What does that mean? I never heard
So if
those.
you want to, if you're a foreigner and you want to work in America, you need an H-1B visa.
Oh,
And so
so
I've
it's a
been
work
applying to about like 1,000 jobs a week on Indeed, just like pumping through it, trying to find anyone to call me back and agree to this H-1B, but they're just like, no.
So wait, the employer needs to agree to it to get the visa. Is that how it works?
So my plan is I go wherever this job is on Earth if they agree to attempt at an H-1B visa. And they're just like, well, attempting doesn't sound like something I want to do.
Well, you don't move across the world for an attempt. You would have to. It would have to be more
Well, I mean,
definite.
where's the adventure if you don't just like half-ass and just go for it, right? Come on.
No, I don't do that.
Well, I mean,
I don't
you
have.
don't, but I mean, my life is just like the shit show, right? So I mean, fuck it, let's just go.
So, are you one of
Fucking we
those?
ball.
Are you one of those people that wake up one day and buy a plane ticket and just go get on a plane?
That's what happened. That's how I got on a TV show.
See, I plan trips like a year, like a month or at least a year in advance or a month. Like I have to have like so you literally will wake up on a Tuesday and be like, I'm going to go to LA and just get on an airplane.
I mean, like, so when I came to Vegas, right, I was in an abusive relationship with a Vietnamese family for 4 years, and she was on meth.
Ah,
And
you were
so,
in a relation. Wait, stop. You were
Wait,
in a
yeah.
what?
relationship with an entire family.
So the mom, so it gets really complicated. So I was with this girl because the mom needed a baby to take back to Vietnam. And so her plan was I live with her family in order to get her daughter pregnant to give her the child so she could take it.
I'm sorry.
And I did that for
What?
4 years, but the daughter never actually agreed to have the baby.
What?
Yeah, so it was like an
Were you
exchange.
having sex with the daughter?
Yeah, like on a regular basis. But she had like the implant, and the mom didn't believe that it was real because she prayed to Vietnamese Facebook group Buddha, and Vietnamese Facebook group Buddha removed the implant spiritually, just not physically.
All right. I tap
What
out,
the
guys.
fuck?
I tap out.
What the fuck is
I'm gonna
going
tap out
on?
now.
You have
I
to
tap
go on
out.
my Facebook group, Vietnamese Facebook group
What
Buddha.
is happening
It's a
right
real
now?
thing that she just talked about every single day. It was like my life for 4 years was Vietnamese Facebook group Buddha.
My baby
I'm
girl.
gonna tap out. I don't even know what's happening anymore. So how this is
I'm just looking at dick pics of 80-year-old men right now.
so you were in a relationship with a Vietnamese family and
Yes.
the mom wanted you to get the daughter pregnant. Please,
Yeah.
dear God, the daughter is over 18. And
Yeah. No,
eventually
she's older.
she never gets pregnant because she's wearing a birth control, not wearing, she has an implant inserted as birth control. And the mom prays to a Facebook god asking to remove it spiritually.
Yes, and she was convinced that she actually succeeded in this because the can of beans that I put on top of the refrigerator was faced towards a boat with 3 masts. That's a true story. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. That's literally what she said. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to go have sex then. And then because the trade was I get the house. If I get the daughter pregnant, I get the house for free because she's going back to Vietnam.
So you would go tell the mom that you were about to go have sex with the daughter?
Well, the mom would tell me to. She's like, you have sex with my daughter. And I'd be like, okay.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay. And they were gonna give, in exchange for this, was a house.
Yeah. All
Like the
paid.
deed to a house.
Yeah, I get a deed to a house if I can give them a baby to smuggle to Vietnam.
Smuggle. Oh, so
Well,
we were
because like
smuggling.
apparently she's like the baby shouldn't have American paperwork. So I'm like, how on earth are you going to get a baby from here to Vietnam legally without being an American citizen? Because she didn't want the baby to be American.
Well, so the pregnant daughter would have to fly to Vietnam
Well, the
and have the
daughter
baby
said she
here.
ain't going to Vietnam. So I don't know.
So you didn't get the house. But
No,
okay, so
because she never got
how did we
pregnant.
get to
Okay, so
the abuse?
we
Who was abusing you? Who
the
was
daughter,
abusing
the
you?
daughter, she was on meth like the whole time, and so she would just come
So
at me with like power tools and machetes. She like threw her mom out a window. She broke the TV. She was fucking crazy.
I didn't even
she
know Vietnamese people did meth.
She does, man.
did you say that she threw her mom out of a window?
Yeah, it broke the window and everything. And the police were like, listen, ma'am, you need to be nicer to your mom. And I'm like, this is crazy.
She threw her
I,
mother out of a window.
Yeah,
literally
no
just
joke.
fucked
Like
up.
fucking, it was a mess. And then they're like, you got to pay for it because you made her mad because you were in the bathroom too long. And I'm just like, no, I'm allowed to go in the bathroom to use the bathroom. And they're like, no, Loren, you do this on purpose. I'm just like, what?
Was this in Washington
How
State or
Yeah, this
Vegas?
was in Washington State.
Okay.
how long did you live with the Vietnamese family?
4 years of that.
4 years.
Because the rent was only $250. I could afford it with child support.
You were paying these people?
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry. This is crazy. This is just crazy.
I mean, like,
Okay.
I guess you guys don't have that same life,
No,
but
we're squares.
No, I can't say that I do.
No, I thought that I was cool. Honestly, I really did. But no, we don't. We don't. I don't know the life that you live, and I'm not even like 100% positive I want to. Like, I don't want to. I don't. It's really interesting. Like, if it was a TV show, I would be on it and watching it and hooked. But like, it sounds almost like I'm reading like a fictional book. It's so outlandishly crazy.
well, that's what I think at first, but then I just kind of get over it.
How do you get over
I
the?
have to go grab my asthma inhaler.
Well, I mean, like,
I'm not fucking.
you
I'm
wake
not
up
fucking
every day
around.
and
Like I started having an asthma
you tell
attack.
yourself, okay, do I want to sleep outside or do I want to deal with meth lady and a machete? Like, and you choose the meth lady.
I fucking sleep outside.
Well, I
Why
tried to,
would
but she would like
you?
come hunt me down, and that's even worse
What do you mean you would come on
because
me
I didn't have a
down?
car or a moped or anything, right? So, like, the moment I step outside that house,
I'm gonna piss
I'm
myself.
cheating. And then it's like, here she comes at me saying I'm sleeping with somebody. And I'm just like, and then the mom's out there driving around screaming at me. It got wild. I'm like, Man, where am I supposed to go?
What the fuck?
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
so I was in there for 4 years, but then the librarian, Esther from the TV show, was like, listen, I got this place in Vegas you can come live in. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, just take your scooter and drive to Vegas. And I'm like, okay. And so I just took off to Vegas. And that's how I got to
You
Vegas.
rode you rode a scooter from Washington State to Las Vegas?
Yeah, in November. It was the coldest and it was just brutal. It was
What the
crazy.
fuck?
Are
Well, I mean,
scooters
how else
even
am I going to
street
get my
legal?
scooter there?
Okay. So is it legal to drive a scooter that far?
So because it goes 75, you're allowed to take it on the freeway.
You were in the far.
Okay.
You were in the far right lane.
Yeah, for like 3 days.
Damn. Were you scared you're gonna get hit?
I was scared the ice was going to get me, right? I was like weaving and shit. And then like the semi trucks would almost push me over sometimes. Like it was crazy.
Wouldn't it have been safer to like take the bus and then just put the scooter underneath? Like
What?
Greyhound? Do
No,
they
no, no.
have
It's like
Greyhound
a really,
buses?
it's a big one. It's a 350. So like it's a big
Oh, we're
scooter.
not talking. Oh, I
It's like
thought
a
we were talking like a
motorcycle
Vespa.
moped, but not.
Oh, I'm thinking Vespa. When I hear scooter, I think small.
Okay. No, because I say moped and people will argue with me that it's not a moped, it's a scooter. So I've learned to not say moped.
Oh, see,
That's
I
I don't
know.
think you're
It's really
supposed to
hard to
ride.
tell who I'm talking to and what they're going to tell me is the correct answer.
So you rode a moped on the freeway for 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm beginning to think that it's a miracle that you're even alive right now.
That's what I keep saying. I'm like, why aren't I dead yet?
Because half the stuff that you said has never happened to anyone that I know. Like, I'm beginning to think that you're like a walking miracle.
I mean, everyone says I attract crazies, and that's kind of true. Well, everyone I
No,
know
it's
seems to be
definitely
completely
true.
insane.
It's
Somehow Faith
definitely
isn't
true.
crazy though, right? So far on the show, she seems pretty normal.
yeah.
She seems amazing, actually. I really like her. I
Right?
totally get why you like her. I like her.
She won't beat me to death in the garage for no reason.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I have a
Yeah.
question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So what happened to this family? Like, yeah,
The Vietnamese family. So
it's just like I mean, like, wait, I'm just so confused right now, and I just had to use my inhaler, and I pissed my pants listening to this.
okay.
Literally.
So the daughter had to be put in jail for like the sixth time. And that's when I ran. And so the mom, I have no idea what happened to her, but the dad said, I'm out. I'm going back to Vietnam. I can't handle this. I don't care.
Wait,
Wait, you said they put her in
so
jail for the 6th time?
Yeah, like sometimes they'd show up and like not care, but then sometimes she'd be in jail for like 1 day to like a month, and then like I'd just be home not getting beat for a minute. So I'd be pretty happy with it.
So wait, was she in jail for domestic violence
Yeah,
against you?
that's right.
Wow.
I just didn't
Okay.
put up a fight. I
holy
don't I do
shit.
martial arts, so I could block most of it, but then there was sometimes where it's like I can't block a screwdriver through like my arm, right? It's not gonna happen.
So wait, you're saying that she
What
stuck a
is going
screwdriver through
on?
your arm and they only put her in jail for a day?
That was like 1 week in
Listen,
Washington State.
there has to be
1
a
week?
comedy. There has to be a comedy club in Vegas that'll take your act, man. This is gold. This is gold.
I mean, I do a
You
lot of live streams. I expect people to do this on my live streams, like ask questions like this, but normally they don't. They just kind of ask like really simple questions that don't have good answers.
Oh no,
Wait.
that's not us. We usually ask the open-ended questions here, but I'm not gonna lie to you. You have given me a run for my fucking money. Like I expected none of the answers that you gave me. None of
Well,
them.
well, based on what a character you've known for like an hour on a TV show,
I
like
mean, I'm not saying that I expected anything, but I didn't expect any of the shit you said. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I don't. I'm not saying that the person on TV is what I expected, But
Right.
the stories that you're giving me, it's almost like they're two different people. Like the person that I'm watching on the show and then the person that I'm listening to are like two different people.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I watch it, I'm just like, man, I look so weird on TV right now.
You do.
Yeah.
Like
No,
honestly,
I
like
look
they
totes real.
they definitely went creeper vibe with you for the show. But that's they always pick a character for every cast member. Like there's the villain, there's the victim, there's the creeper, there's the asshole, there's the rude friend. Like they always pick a character for everyone. And the funny part is they don't tell you who you are. So when
Right.
you watch the show, that's when you figure out which character they gave you.
Mhm.
So because I always hear people say they're like, I'm a villain. When did I become a villain? Because they watch the show and they're like, well, shit, apparently I'm a villain now. Because they don't tell you. They just edit it the way they want it to look. And then you turn into this person.
Yeah. I told them they could do whatever they want with me. And I was just hoping, I don't know what I was hoping for, but I don't mind.
You say that a lot.
That's funny. That's funny.
Shaboots, he definitely has to be a regular on this
Yeah,
chat.
I was gonna say, Lauren, we do this every Friday night at 10 p.m.
Yes,
Eastern.
Okay.
So
he
Okay.
has to be a regular on this. As the season progresses, we're gonna need him back on here.
Because they're good. Okay. So there's going to be some crazy bombshells that are about to drop on the show that I haven't talked about here. So, like, be ready. Nothing even happened this last episode. It was just a test.
Got it. Whew. Oh,
Interesting.
yeah, you'd get along with Big Ed too because you both have mopeds.
I keep saying I want to meet Big Ed. When we were filming, they just kept saying, "Oh, you're going to be like the next big dude, like Big Ed," and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but like, I'm all for it if that's good.
Money wise, it's great. Like I'm not sure it's gonna help you like socially, but
No,
money wise, it's great.
you know why it'll work? It'll work in his favor because see, Big Ed was portrayed as an asshole and really turned out to be an asshole. Loren is being portrayed as a villain, but when you hear him talking on this chat and you're listening to him, you're like, wait a minute, this is so far removed from the person we're seeing on the screen. Like this,
Yeah,
this is definitely not the same person they're trying to show us. So it'll work
I
in his
agree.
favor, you
You're
know.
right. You're right.
I feel like I had so much more energy when I was like filming and like doing stuff, and they just like chose like a few parts where I wasn't feeling it, maybe.
Mhm. True.
But I mean, like filming was pretty cool because like we'd wake up, like I'd be just naked in my room with the door open at like 6 a.m. and then we'd like film until like forever, like until like midnight sometimes.
So you're not shy about being nude while they're filming you?
So there was actually a few times that we already have shown where I was already naked and they just didn't put it in.
True, because I
Like when
know
we were doing like a bunch of stuff, I just get naked and like hang out with the cast with the crew, and they'd be like, "It's all good."
well, TLC likes filming naked people.
Well, like no, okay, so like one of the people like did not like the idea that I was naked at all. They were like, "It's gonna get us in trouble," and I'm just like, "Why? Don't you want like ridiculousness? Like I don't care. Like we all look the same, right? When we're naked."
hmm
So would y'all just be like filming a regular scene and you would just proceed to take off your clothing
If
in the
there was
middle
an
of the scene?
opportunity to do it, right, it had to make sense. Like if they're like, "Lauren, you're gonna do this," and I'm like, "Well, maybe I should change. I would just be naked, just in case."
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like
Interesting.
there's a pool. It's like, well, I could get my shorts or I could just take all my clothes off and jump in, right? I mean, like either way.
Did you make the cameraman ever laugh?
Oh yeah, no, everyone laughed. Constantly. I probably had so many good jokes they aren't going to show because I have to be the creeper, right? So they're not going to make me funny. All the good stuff is going to be cut out.
Yeah, you're going to be edited as the creeper, but on here you're the funny guy.
Yeah, I would have wanted to see the uncut version of that, man.
No,
That
like
much.
straight up, like comedy for days. Like everyone was laughing all the time and just it's all gone.
True.
But maybe you could ask for the footage, right? I mean, like they told me we like the viewers have power. So like technically you could ask for Lauren jokes. Like, okay, so did you guys see that like split scene Like in one of the previews where Faith is like jabbing my arm with a tool.
I did not see
No.
that.
No, I remember seeing it. But that was a scene, and like literally the camera person did not like couldn't hold it together. Like we barely probably got any footage because we were just laughing so hard the whole time. It was good.
True. Um, George, you want to end this soon because it is a school night for some of us, quote unquote.
Yeah, we're have to end soon because you're right. It's normal work for
I have
everyone
to be at the
tomorrow.
DMV tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been fun though. This is very.
I honestly I haven't laughed
I
this much
I
in
I
a really
haven't
long
I haven't
time.
laughed this much in a while.
Lauren, you literally made me piss my pants. Like
Okay,
literally.
Yeah,
well,
we.
you guys, when you watch the show though, and you give reviews and stuff, remember, I'm not actually like that. You know,
I
Got
take
it.
back everything I posted about you.
you don't have to do that.
Well,
But from now on, come on.
Captain Picard is very powerful. Her memes get copied on Instagram left and right.
Yeah, she carries
uh,
great influence. She does.
Okay, okay.
I was just thinking that the other day. Now that you mentioned influence, George, real quick, I was just thinking about the other day how when Jamal when it was Kim's season that Jamal was do little cameos during Kim's season. I was one of the ones that started the whole, oh, he's so handsome, oh, he's so this, oh, he's so that. And then everybody started like, oh, he's so cute, this and that. And I feel like I was responsible for putting him in that position because I started that whole trend about how handsome he was and how good looking and is he single and everybody fawning over him. Next thing you know, he lands on the damn single life and that's it. We're stuck with him forever.
You created a monster.
I created the monster and I'm like, damn, I should have never said anything. And then when you really look at him, he's not as handsome as he looked before in her cameos.
Yeah, now he's making a living out of pillow talk.
And he's part of the 90-day
Bad
bad boy.
boys.
Yeah, they're doing videos and all kind of sorts of stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, hopefully we can do the same for you, Lauren, because you're comedy gold.
I mean, hopefully, if I get back for another season, they'll at least let me be funny. But I doubt it.
Well, I mean, you got the right. When you got the right people pushing behind you, because Twitter has a lot of influence on who gets to stay, who gets to go, because they read
Hmm.
our tweets.
Yeah,
So
they do.
they
They
read
really
our
do.
tweets, so that has a lot to do with who gets to stay, who gets to go, who they like. They're gonna make you the bad guy, or they can switch you over to a good guy. So yeah, we'll see how it goes from here.
Yeah, I hope. I got to
True.
find a way to get back over there.
I mean, if you can show people what you're doing right now, I don't see it being a problem.
Well, I live stream like all the time. I lost my mic from my computer, but like I'm trying to be out there as much as I can. But it's just it takes time, right?
I mean, yes, it takes time, and you got to link with the right people. You know,
Right,
sometimes you gotta to collab with the right people to get your stuff out there. You know, who you know and stuff helps a lot too.
right. I mean,
You,
I put my
you,
number out there. I'm waiting for all these phone calls. I've barely got anything. I got this guy from Ontario trying to sell me a train today.
How do you sell someone?
She said he saw my ad at a laundromat and it had my name and phone number, and I'm looking to buy trains, like full on like scale trains. And we had a long talk about it.
what
So wait, you're
somebody
putting
posted your number to troll you?
Yeah, in Canada at a
so
laundromat.
are you giving your number to people? Is that how the number got posted?
Yeah, I post it everywhere. Anyone on earth who wants to contact me for any reason will give me a chance to like, not be the creeper anymore, right?
So you are letting anybody on the planet call you on the phone,
Yep.
and you don't see like how that could backfire.
I mean, you only get to live life once, right? YOLO.
I don't know about that. Like, I mean, I can't give my phone number to just anybody, you know, because trolls are very bored and they have lots of time on their hands. So that's a lot for me.
I mean, I've just remembered to start recording them, and then I can just post my trolls, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. You can, like people do when a bill collector calls them, they record the call and then post it on TikTok. I mean, yeah,
Right.
there is a market for that. People do like listening to that.
And then the trolls can like do it more often. Like, oh, I want to be on a Loren troll. He'll just say something ridiculous. You know, I talked
Okay,
about trains for an hour.
I see the vision. I see that. Start a YouTube and a TikTok. I see the vision.
True. All right. Well, Lauren, we'll be on Friday night. We're on every Friday night on 10,
Okay.
10 p.m. Eastern for 3 to 4 hours. So
All right. I'll be here.
cool.
We'll talk about the
Cool.
other people, not just me, I guess.
Yeah, we'll catch up to the rest of everything on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All
hopefully you can
right,
make
guys.
Coco piss her pants again.
It was an awesome time. Everybody have a good week. I'll see you Friday.
Friday.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Toodaloo.